Welcome back to the CatNet program. We are finishing off this theme called the fear cycle. We looked into the cycles of fear with all the areas that we go through when we are stuck in fear. And today we're finishing off with the last part, which is the failure part. So stay tuned as we focus on the verse for today. Psalm 55 verse 22. Cast your cares on the Lord and He will sustain you. He will never let the righteous be shaken. When we grew up, there was always, before we started to play a game, we needed to pick sides. And you wanted to be picked from a certain group so that you can be in the winning team. So if you knew there were certain people who were stronger, then you would be in the winning team. When we look into the different sports, or if it's through dominoes or 30 seconds, you don't want to lose. You're so afraid to be on a team, or the team that you're supporting is losing, because we are so afraid that failure is defining you so easily. I see in soccer, when a certain team loses a few times, they are defined as the failing team. And this is the concept that we have when it comes to failing. We need to understand that failing is just an event. It's just that once. If we constantly are failing in certain things that we want to accomplish, this doesn't define us to be a failure. We are not labeled a failure because we lose one game, but because society gives us this impression that if you don't win, then you are a loser. When we fear to fail because we think that this will define us. I read this interesting fact that Oprah Winfrey she interviewed for the news, and the people let her go because she wasn't qualified, or she wasn't the right person for the job. She became one of the richest people in the world because she didn't give up on her dream. She didn't make or allowed that a certain event defined who she was. And so we can go on with even with Michael Jordan, a well-known basketball player. There were shoes named after him, and he was cut from his high school team because he wasn't good enough, and then he became this big successful player because he didn't let that one event define who he was. You see, the secret that these two people had is that they didn't believe that the one event is the ultimate, that was the fail, that defined them. But actually it used them to continue to work hard towards their dream. When it comes to our dreams and when we fail, we shouldn't see it as something that we should just give up and not continue to fight. But it needs to encourage us to work harder and to pursue what we actually want. We can do all of these things, or we can go sit and say that I tried after once. But if I know that in my strength I cannot do it, then this verse that we read said that cast all your worries unto Him. Put it all onto Him. And now it doesn't mean that we just need to sit and wait and see that He will do a miracle, but it's to work alongside Him, to realize that I cannot do it on my own, but I don't want to stop doing it because I want Him to help me in order to succeed what I want to accomplish. When it comes to our license or our learner's license, You need to constantly continue to try. And if you stop trying, you will still continue to walk. When you have the opportunity to get a job with a driver's license, you will get the opportunity to drive a car, to be sent around, to maybe even God will bless you with a car. But just because you gave up at that one try, you miss out in a bigger blessing. Sometimes we believe that our failures is God's will, but laziness causes us sometimes to rob from us. And let us not let the enemy steal from us what God actually wants us to accomplish or to go for. Because not of our strength, but because we know in our human nature, in our human ability, that we cannot do it on my own. But therefore we cast it onto Him so that He can help us to accomplish what He has in mind for us.